January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Woohoo! Hey y'all, Pam here with BeeCreative Crafts and welcome back. Thank you to everyone that followed along with the 2024 crochet along and to anyone catching the replay. I had so much fun making it. Alright y'all, so I used two hook sizes. I used a J, which is a 6mm, and a K, 6.5 millimeter. But you can use one size if you want, but with some of the denser stitches, I preferred going up a hook size. I used yarn in my stash. I used Red Heart Roll With It tweed in several colors, and for each month, I used a full cake. The sections for basket weave, waffle, and rice stitch, I did use part of another cake since those stitches tend to be yarn eaters and create a denser fabric. But you can use any 4-weight yarn you want. Between each month, I did 2 rows of single crochet. The second row of single crochet is where I adjusted my stitch count up or down to get the multiples needed for the following month. Alright, so let's check out the stitches. Now y'all, I do have tutorials for each of the stitches used in this blanket. Moss stitch, sedge stitch, half double, shell, iris stitch, basket weave, Suzette, rice stitch, waffle stitch, lemon peel, star, and double crochet. January is the moss stitch. For the moss stitch, I just wanted my stitch count to be an odd multiple. So I started with a chain of 200 and then worked a single crochet in each stitch back across to give me a working stitch count of 199. For this section, I used my J hook, which is a 6mm. If I make this one again, I'm going to go up to a K for the moss stitch section, just because I felt like this one was a little narrower than the double crochet that I finished with. February is the sedge stitch and is worked in multiples of 3. In the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch decrease to make my working stitch count 198. I used my J hook. Heading into March. March is the half double crochet. I left my working stitch count at 198 and continued using my J hook. April is the shell stitch and is worked in multiples of 6 plus 1. In the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch increase to make my working stitch count 199 and I used my J hook. May is the iris stitch and is worked in multiples of 4 plus 3, so I was able to leave my working stitch count at 199 and continued using my J hook. June is the basket weave. Now y'all, the basket weave can be worked in a variety of multiples, but the one that I used for this blanket is a multiple of 4 plus 2. I did a 1 stitch decrease in the second row of single crochet to adjust my working stitch count to 198. For this section, I did go up to my K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter. July is the Suzette stitch, and it just requires an odd multiple. So in the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch increase to make my working stitch count 199. For this section, I used my J hook. August is the rice stitch. I like to do the rice stitch in an odd multiple, so I was able to continue on keeping my working stitch count at 199. I did go back up to my K hook for this section. And keep that K hook handy because September is the waffle stitch, and that's the hook I used for this section. Now the waffle stitch is worked in multiples of 3, so I did a 1 stitch decrease in the second row of single crochet to make my working stitch count 198. One thing about this stitch is it has a right side and a wrong side, which just means you will only see the waffle pattern on one side. October is the lemon peel stitch. Now y'all, I like to work the lemon peel in an odd multiple, but you can do it in an even, but I like to do it in an odd. So in the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch increase to make my working stitch count 199, and I used my J hook. November is the star stitch and is worked in an even multiple. In the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch decrease to make my working stitch count 198, and I used my K hook. Now y'all, the star stitch also has a right side and a wrong side. So you're going to want to hold up your blanket and see if you can see the front or the back of the waffle stitch from September. If you can see the back side or the wrong side, then do a row of single crochet in your current month color to start this section. If you can see the waffle, then it's okay to jump right into the star stitch. This is just so when your blanket is done, you will have the right side of both sections facing the same way. And last but not least, here we are at December. December is the double crochet. And I know it can be worked in any multiple, but since I started with a working stitch count of 199, I wanted to end with the same number. So in the second row of single crochet, I did a 1 stitch increase to bring my working stitch count back to the 199, and I used my J hook. And here it is before I added the border. So what I did for the border, I did 5 rounds of single crochet. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, for all of the rows of single crochet and for the border, I did use my J hook. So let's head inside and check out what it looks like when it was all done, laid out on the bed. There's the blanket. January, February, March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Laying on a full-size bed. And I went ahead and left it out like this so y'all can see how much longer it is than the bed. And that's a wrap, y'all, for the 2024 crochet along. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming along with me on this stitching journey. I appreciate it so very much. All right, y'all, have a fabulous night. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.